Hi everybody, Bunny Berry here, 100-day raw food challenge, day 12. I woke up this morning and this eye was glued shut. I had to get warm cloth, and rub it on there so I could open my eye. And I don't know if you can really see it, but it's really pink and ouchy and gooey and bleh. I think I got pink eye, y'all. And I know it's a punishment because on day 10, I went to Brewster's Ice Cream and got a waffle cone that was full of birthday cake ice cream, and I ate the whole thing. So, now I got the pink eye. See? I was struck down with the pink eye. But today, I don't want to talk about food. I want to talk about the Whine Line. Now, if you downloaded the workbook for the second mini challenge, you probably have already read about the Whine Line concept. Basically what this is the Whine Line is an imaginary line, and this helps you to be able to quiet some of that negative chatter that you're saying to yourself all the time. Those little negative thoughts like, oh, I can't go to that lake party because, everybody's going to have their bathing suits on. I wouldn't put a bathing suit on if my life depended on it because, I'm fat and everybody's going to be looking at me. And there's thoughts like, I'm bored and I'm not happy with my life and everything sucks and all that blah, 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 chatter that really keeps us from moving forward towards our goals in life and from reaching our potential and from finding our bliss, all that negative stuff. So those thoughts are below the Whine Line. And the goal is to get our thought process above that line. And the steps for how to do that are outlined in that workbook. You have to visualize what you want. You have to see it in your mind. You have to, see where you want to be. So whatever that thought is that you've manifested that was negative, like, I'm bored. I'm bored with my life. You have to visualize, what do you want to be doing with your life? Well, I want to be, I want to write a book. Okay, then, the next step is to own where you are now. Well, right now, I'm just sitting here and I'm doing nothing, and my house is a mess, and my life is a mess, and, you have to own it. You have to say, and it's because I have been letting myself get caught up in that negative thought loop. And once you acknowledge that to yourself and you really own it, I own the fact that, I've got these love handles. I own it, baby, because for years I have just been abusing my body with food. Where I want to be, I can visualize it in my mind, and I can own the fact that I shove the food in my face, and that's why I'm here. And then I have to come up with creative ways to solve that problem. And for me, trying out a raw food lifestyle was one of those creative ways. And then, you just have to do it. You just have to commit to it. And, and you have to understand that you're not always going to be perfect. But as long as you're having more thoughts above the Whine Line than below each day, then you're going to get closer and closer and closer to reaching those goals. I have a friend who is a monk, and he was telling me that one of the exercises that they do, he's a Buddhist monk in Japan, and he was telling me that one of the exercises that he does when he's meditating is he will have a basket, and you'll have a pile of white rocks and a pile of black rocks. And as he sits and thinks about whatever it is you're thinking about when you're meditating, anytime he would have a good thought, he would put a white rock in the basket. And anytime he'd have a bad thought, you would put a black rock in the basket. And, you know, over time, you can train your mind to stop that negative chatter that goes on in your brain. And you can fill your bowl up with white rocks. And it's the same concept. You can take those thoughts and bring them above the whine line. And the more you practice doing that, the more of your thoughts are going to be above that line. And the closer you're going to be to reaching your goals, and the more positive you're going to feel. And then, you know, you're going to write down all your thoughts. Okay, what have you been thinking about right now? What are you thinking about right now? And you're going to start writing things down, and you'll realize that, you know, you're saying things like, I really like where I am today. I love my body. I feel great in these clothes. I'm happy. You know, I feel good about myself. And less of your thought process will fall below that line. So this week, start listening. Listen to your own internal dialogue. Listen to that chatter that's going on, and determine, you know, have I got a whine line problem? Am I below the line? We're all below the line in some aspects of our life. You know, right now, my house is a wreck, and it's definitely below the line. But I do own it, and I do have some solutions for how I'm going to fix it. I just haven't gotten to the step 4, which is do it. Just do it. Just commit and do it. So this week, listen to yourself and try to get as many of your thoughts above that whine line as possible, especially when it comes to how you're feeling right now and the emotions that you're experiencing that are surrounding food. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. Just acknowledge that that's a below the whine line thought, and that you're gonna work on getting it above the line. So no whining. No whining. You guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Eat your veggies.